going on, gamers? Venatix here, bringing you a World War Z video. This time we're talking about XP and credit farms. But what happened to those? What's been going on in the background? Why have things been changing? Let's find out the who, the what, and the why in this week's episode of World War Z XP farms have been exploited and destroyed yet again in a later and most recent update. For those of you who may wonder, why do we need these type of farms? So let me tell you, XP farms, credit farms, the money farms, things like that come with just about any game that requires any type of grinding, especially when the game themselves, the developers, realize, holy crap, this can be exploited. Holy cow, this was not supposed to be like this. And people like me, people on Reddit, everybody tries to find a way to get the best possible farm for everybody so that they can get the gear and equipment that they need as soon as possible. Now, the reason I'm making this video, because you probably realized there was already a video out, a couple of months ago. Originally, I had one of the fastest ways to get credit and experience, class experience farm on YouTube. Probably Reddit. I'm sure there's other places, don't get me wrong, but who cares? Point being is, it was there and it looked just like this. But now that farm just no longer works. But the question is, which farm works best now post update? But before we jump into that, let's talk about what they actually changed. So back in April, so the game came out April 16th, they released we'll call it a hot fix. I think it was more of an update though, but they called it the first bug fix update. And this was towards the end of April, and they immediately said, you will now only gain experience towards your weapon upgrades if you have purchased the prior upgrade for that weapon. Example, your level 2 must be purchased to be able to gain experience towards your level 3 weapon. So now again, this was towards the end of April, so some people that are newer to the game may had never have heard of this. For those who are seasoned veterans or those who picked up the game first week, know that before you didn't have to just level up level 2, 3, 4. You could save up all your money and just buy the final tier. Well, now you have to buy each tier individually, and I think the worst part about it all, and I mean this is just me, is if you're in the middle of a mission and you level up your gun from level 1 to level 2, everything past that doesn't even matter. So you have to completely exit out of the mission or finish the mission however you want, go buy the tier, and then go back and play again to start leveling it up. I think again they decided to do that because this game is going to be grindy, obviously, because if it wasn't for the grind, again, what more can you do in this game other than play the same 3, 6, 9, 12 missions? So there has to be a grind to keep an incentive of people going, but they realized that it was just way too fast, so they nerfed it within the first month. Now moving to just last week, with the most recent update, they now prevented experience farms for class experience as well as credits altogether. And it says it right here, prevented several options to farm experience by suicide rushing Moscow 1, New York 3, and Tokyo 1. So my tried and true was Moscow 1, the very first mission. You basically would just run all the way through the library, we'll call it the library, all the way to the end until you get to the port where you hit the control panel. You get to the control panel, you walk through the other side of the door, and as soon as the door closes behind you, you kill your teammates and yourself. Now, I recommended previously that you did this offline or only with your friends, so obviously you're not grieving and doing this with other people. I feel bad for those who've joined a lobby like that and they just kill them. That's a little messed up in my books. But to this day, as of the latest patch, that no longer works. So as you're probably seeing in the background right here about these clips of me running through and dying in all these different levels, well, I went through every single level again and ran through as far as I could until I was forced to fight a swarm. And once I got to that point, I then killed myself to see how much experience and gold that I would get. Well, truth is, they definitely did nerf the XP and money farms. Go figure, that's exactly what they said. But I was just really hoping they just forgot one, or if it was bugged, or if there was just a spot that you can keep on going. So right now, you used to be able to get 275 credits and 1,250 experience by running that Moscow level 1 up until the control panel. Now, if you go and run it, you get 875 experience and 250 credits. So you're losing out on 25 credits and 300 experience. Actually, I can't even do math. What's math, guys? 3 a little less than, it's like 400 credits basically, 375 credits. Like, I can't do math. What's math? Math is hard. But you get my drift, right? It's been heavily nerfed, and this is on every single mission. Funny story is, on some of the Tokyos where you think you progress so far up until a point, but in reality you're only gonna get like 325 experience instead of the 875 on the Moscow level. So now at this point you're probably wondering, what is the best farm at this point in time for experience for your class, the best money, maybe the best way to get experience for your guns? And I'm just going to tell you right now, since everything got nerfed, it's basically going to be the same thing. I know, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to waste your time. I'm just trying to explain that what's happening and why it happened and what we can do to fix it. And sadly, there's nothing we can do to get that experience back. But we do know that the Moscow 1 mission is still just as easy, and you can literally just run all the way through in about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, unless your RNG is really bad and there's a lot of zombies, you know, or a screamer, you know, yada yada yada. It may take you 3 minutes to get by, but it's still 100% doable. You're just going to get a little less credits or less experience. The credits you get like 25 less, which isn't a ton. So honestly, if you're just looking for a really good credit farm, run that one. You'll get money in no time. Seriously, just do that one. However, experience-wise, it's still going to be probably the best for time if you're just really quick. And so the next question then goes on to the guns, the gun farms. The question that some people have actually been asking me, where's the best place to get gun experience, you know, to level up your guns? And that just pretty much is almost any level that has an ending. So I think New York 3 and the boat towards the very end. If you decide to not get on the boat, zombies continue to spawn. Or Moscow 1, as soon as you get into that first pit area, those zombies will continue to spawn until you move forward and hit like the next control panel. So you can, I'm sorry. Not the first pit, the second pit. So once you get past the first pit, you go, you know, to the other side. Now there's like a second pit where they start building the pyramids, try to climb up towards you. The second pit is indefinite. You can sit there and farm your weapons over and over and over. Now you got to remember that you can only experience whatever you have in your hand or whatever happens to be on that map at that time. So it may require you a couple of restarts from time to time to get the right gun that you need. So keep that in mind. Of course, there's going to be other missions that you can get experience on, especially in New York, like I already mentioned, as well as Tokyo and a couple others. That being said, guys, if there are any other places that you think you can get better experience off, let me know. Put it down below in the comments. It's not just for me, it's for everybody here, because we're a community, we are a family. Right, we're a great big family who loves to kill zombies day in, day out, day, night, evenings, you name it, we're killing zombies just for the heck of it. But with that being said, before I wrap up this video, as I mentioned earlier, always feel free to leave a comment, ask a question. You got my social media links as well, Facebook, Twitter, I'm on there as well. I have Instagram. I'm not very good at using Instagram, to be honest, but it is there. And I'm willing to get better at it the more people show up, but that's the least of your worries, least of my worries for now. All I want to do is tell you guys what's coming up here in the future video-wise for World War Z, and you'll be pretty impressed what I got in store. I got a few update videos for builds, so if you remember with the latest updates, they changed some of the perks. Actually, they changed quite a few perks for just about every single class, and so I think that merits some new class update builds for those who have been asking me. Don't worry, those are coming soon. Also, we are going to continue to go through and play each mission on Extreme. I actually have plans tonight, and by tonight it was probably yesterday by the time you're watching this video, of the New York level 3 playthrough. I actually have a really cool group. Looking forward to having them play with me. Again, if you're on PC, hit me up on Discord and you can add me and we can play together and have a good time defeating all the missions one by one in order. Smash like if you guys loved the playthrough. Smash likes if you thought this XP farm video will help you out and get the experience and farm that you need to progress and get everything you want maxed out. What do you guys think World War Z should do next? Are you guys looking forward most to the Horde mode, the survival mode? Or are you just looking for more weapons, maybe some character skins? What are you guys looking forward to? Let me know in the comments below. Also, I'm kind of itching to do some more data mining and see if, since the last update and this most recent update, is there any more new stuff that there wasn't there before? So if you remember, we talked about the flamethrower or potential to be a flamethrower. We don't know much about that, but it's still there. The question is, now that we know that the Wakizashi was real when we data mined it, will there be something new this time around for upcoming patch? I don't know, but I'm super pumped to jump into that, and I'll make sure to share anything and everything that I find about that in an upcoming video. Anyways, make sure that you guys have a great and fantastic day, and thank you so much for all your guys' support, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.